versus New Zealand.
Hello and welcome. Fantastic to have your company as we welcome you to tonight's clash between the Melbourne Storm and New Zealand. I'm Andrew Voss, and alongside of me is a two-time premiership winning coach, Mr. Phil Gould. Welcome, Gus.
Perfect weather for night footy, and the crowd is starting to get a little restless as we build up to kick-off. Only thing worth mentioning is a strong breeze that's picked up in the past half hour. Both coaches have asked for patience from their key players tonight, and I think the team that settles quickest will probably go a long way towards winning this game. I've got to tell you, I'm pumped.
Gus is pumped, and that breeze really has picked up. Maybe a 40-20 will come into play at some stage. Second tackle there. Powers through the defence. Now there's daylight in front of him. He's over the line. Bodies it. No troubles there. That's a great kick. Centre of halfway again. Moses gathers it. Super tackle. That's one.
That's tackle one.
Lomax.
He's held.
Second tackle up.
Tackle two. Held.
Third tackle the call.
Third tackle.
Moses. Oh, super tackle. We reach play number 4. Moses. The defence stretched in. Burton bursts through the line. Wow, what a run. The visitors grab the try, and the crowd here go quiet.
The fans are on their feet after that effort, Andrew. A decent try scored here, and the opposition looked a little...
Machine-like as he kicks that one.
The Kiwis are playing some very solid football. Their opponents are shell-shocked, and understandably so.
Back to the centre of halfway. That's good, getting to the loose ball. Moses.
He's held. One.
Crashes past the defence. Sewer.
Held. Tackle
Second
two.
of 6 tackles there. Sewer.
He's held.
That's 3.
Third tackle.
Moses. Lomax. Met
Held.
front on in a 2-man tackle. That's the 4th. Mitchell tries his luck with a kick. That's good positional play to take the kick.
Held. Clear him now. Tackle
Brett
one.
decides to run from dummy half.
He's held. Let him go. Second tackle.
Sofa Solomona. Latu.
Held. Get off him.
And now that is the 3rd tackle.
Third tackle.
Hughes. Fido. Adokar. Welch. The stadium rattles with that tackle. 4 tackles up. Hughes. Sofa Solomona. Lolo. Does well to keep it alive. Sofa Solomona. Play continues after the offload. I like that. He's kept it alive. And the pass has been hijacked. Good tackle. That's tackle number 1. Mitchell. Intercept.
Held. Off him now. First tackle.
Hughes.
He's held.
Strong defence here. Asafa Solomona.
Held. Let him go.
Massive hit. Runs into some solid defence. Hughes. Welch. Adokar. Fido. This is committed defence. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Grant! And the pass has been picked off.
He's held.
There's the first tackle.
1.
Good skill and offload. Lomax bursting through the line. Powers his way past the halfway line. New Zealand are having a very good game. They've been looking so strong on the attack. Sewer
Held.
halfway through this set. Cutting out his teammates. Hess. Moses.
Held.
This is excellent attack.
That's tackle 4.
Lomax.
Held.
Big hit there. They reach the last tackle of the set. It's a handover. Fends off the defence. Knocks him off his feet. Tackle 1 completed. Well, it's fantastic to have your company here at Mount Smart Stadium as we welcome you to this clash between the Melbourne Storm and New Zealand. We're high in the grandstands to watch this one. Andrew Voss with you, and alongside me is Gus Gould.
Oh, Andrew, I'm really looking forward to this one. A big crowd building up, 2 quality football sides. Now, whenever these sides meet, you can guarantee it'll be played with plenty of passion, and I expect more of the same here.
I've seen better kicks from a mule. Delivers a long ball. Mitchell! Well, if you ever wanted to know how to silence a parochial crowd, you get a try just... You can count that as 2 points. Kicking tee place, centre of halfway. That's good, getting to the loose ball. Edwards. Moses. Good tackle. That's tackle number 1. Lomax. Lomax breaks through the line. Sets his sights on the try line. This could be a try. They're in with another. Melbourne are reeling here. The floodgates are open. The Kiwis are looking absolutely unstoppable. That's a goal.
New Zealand have been a pleasure to watch tonight. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
New Zealand lead by 12. Toa latches onto that kick. Best does well to keep it alive.
Move! First tackle.
He breaks straight through the defence. Hess. Sua. The Kiwis are not afraid to throw it around tonight. Best. Burton slips a pass away. Play on. All in all tackle.
Zero tackle.
Hughes keeps going. He sets sail for the try line. Finally pulled down.
1.
Slater breaks through. Defence on their own goal line. The Kiwis are looking a bit wobbly. Lolo. Inglis.
Get up.
Halfway through this set. Here's a run from dummy half. Latu. Munster. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Sends it long and sends it fast. Welch. That is solid defence. Referee signifies 5th tackle. Hughes trying a little kick in behind. That is the first tackle. Moses. Floored by the tackle. Second of 6 tackles there. Sua. Burton. Unable to mobilise. That's good defending. One-handed offload. Lomax blows past the defence. He's out into open space. They're having such a strong attacking game here. Mitchell. That's 5th tackle in my book. He punts it. Quick to get to the loose ball. Beats a tackle. Good tackle. 2 in it.
Zero tackle.
Latu. Stunned by the tackle.
Tackle 1.
Lolo. Munster.
Off him now. Second tackle.
Grant runs from acting half. This could be trouble, my friends. Welch. Fido.
He's held. Let him go.
New Zealand are looking shaky.
Third tackle.
Welch. That reminds me of Gus in his days with Newtown. What a tackle. On the back foot here. Referee says he hung on too long on the tackle.
No, that's a good call from the referees.
Fido. That try sends the home crowd. The kick is good enough. It is straight. It is there.
That will give this team's confidence a tremendous boost. Now they need a good set from the kick-off. Get to the kick and apply some pressure on the opposition.
The Kiwis lead 12-6 here. Kicks long. There to field the kick. Cutting out his teammate. Hughes. And O'Carr. Grant. And the pass has been picked off. Look at the fans. They're holding their heads in their hands. Will be very hard. Tremendous kick.
Their little band of travelling supporters are enjoying this, and why wouldn't they?
New Zealand lead 18-6. Sewer has got the free ball. Burton. Crichton. He's all on his own, but they're closing in fast. I don't know whether they can get to him. They're in again. 2 quick-fire tries back-to-back, and this is big, big trouble for Melbourne. He pilots the kick over.
Yes, Andrew, they are well in control. The opposition just doesn't know what's hit them.
Centre of halfway again. New Zealand gather up the loose ball. Crichton. Toa. Massive hit.
1.
And he's through the line. Best keeps it alive.
Held.
That's 2.
Second tackle.
Burton. Moses. The stadium rattles with that tackle. 3 is the call. Smacked into the turf by some strong defence.
4.
There's the 4th tackle. Mitchell launches a kick. That's good positional play to take the kick.
Held. 1.
Greg darting from dummy half. Fido. He's in the clear.
Held. 2.
Welch.
He's held.
Move. Halfway through the count. New Zealand have come out firing early on. But can they keep it up? They may run out of reserves. Hughes. Can he get there? The chase is on. Runs into touch.
Does someone want to tell...
He looks over his shoulder for backup. Sewer knocks him off his feet. That's tackle 1.
Tackle 1.
Lomax fends off the defence. Powering his way through the defence. Edwards.
He's held. 2.
Breaks through the line. Moses. Who was that for? Picked off in the tackle. On tackle 3. Mitchell. Nice work. Brushes off the defence. And he'll be forced to play it. On play number 4. Mitchell. Offload. And the pass has been picked off.
If these blokes don't connect with their passing soon, they're in for a long night at the office.
Greg goes himself. Lolo. The stadium shakes with that tackle. Munster keeps going. He breaks through. They're looking to spoil his party. The Storm. There it is. Second try of the match.
The fans are on...
Successful with a kick.
The Storm will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
New Zealand lead 24-12. Goes long. There to field the kick.
Held. First tackle.
Hughes. He just fends off the defence. Wow, he's through the line.
He's
Big hit there.
Second tackle.
Lolo.
Held. Get off him.
Halfway through this set, passes long. Inglis. Coates. He offloads. Ball still alive. There's the offload. Inglis. Powering through the defence. Oh, it's almost knocked me out of my chair. There's a hand underneath the ball there. No try.
Good defence there, stopped him from getting the ball down.
Grant runs from acting half, and the pass has been picked off. They had them in a spot of trouble, but a little too eager there, and they've squandered a prime opportunity to put points on the board. Sewer. Burton slips a pass away. Lomax. He's caught them napping. Big run. Gets it away. Referee has pulled them back for that forward pass. Puts the fend on. Well, picks up the loose ball.
Clear him now.
That's tackle one.
One.
Flawed in that tackle. Strong defence here. Well, he breaks through the defence.
Let him go.
Runs into some solid defence. Slater shoves off that tackle. Coates. Inglis breaks through the defence. Nice tackle there. That's the fourth. Munster. Oh, what about that? Referee signifies fifth tackle. Inglis has a look and then runs from dummy half. Tedesco doesn't make it to that ball on the fall.
Held.
That's the first of six.
Tackle.
Bursts through the line. Now he stretches his legs. Gets his hands free and offloads. That's a poor pass. Sloppy play. Stretches his legs. Here's trouble. No surprise there, it's a goal.
New Zealand have been a pleasure to watch tonight. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
New Zealand lead by 18. They'll attempt to regather the short kick. Sewer gathers it. Superb tackle.
One.
First tackle there. Best. I'm not sure who that one was for. Good play, getting it away. This could be trouble. Well, he's beat the second man. The Kiwis are having a very good game. They've been looking so strong on the attack. Hess. That is Artie Beatson-like. Referee calls held. They reach tackle 3. Moses. Oh, classic tackle that. This team is on a roll. Mitchell. Referee signifies fifth tackle. Sewer. Best. Hess. It's a changeover. Munster. Forward pass. You cannot afford to make silly mistakes like that when you're inside your own half. The Storm have put themselves in some serious hot water here. That's a sloppy pass, that one. Shows some urgency getting to the loose ball. Nearly half-time. Batten! Outstanding tackle. Melbourne holding up well. No way through. Well, that's a forward pass. Melbourne are off the hook. They just got a bit too excited there, I reckon. They had a good opportunity to put points on the board, but they blew it. Munster.
Let him go.
On tackle 1, Lomax. Held on too long there. They've given away another penalty. The sin bin can't be far away.
Get on him, ref. Good call. He has to put an end to this blatant cheating.
That's gone into touch. Hughes restarts the play with a tap. Lolo. Latu. There's the half-time hooter, and that brings us to an end of the first half. Well, Gus, I'd reckon both teams can improve on that first half.
The Kiwis, they head into the sheds with the lead. Some good use of the football, some super defence.
Second stanza underway here, and they've managed to get to the ball. On tackle number 1. Edwards hit hard.
That's
On
2.
tackle 2. Mitchell looking to make ground out of dummy half. Lomax. Good tackle there. That's the third
3.
tackle. Hess. Burton.
Held.
4 tackles up.
4.
Sewer. Best. Crichton. Toa. He's caught the napping. And the pass has been picked off.
Oh dear. Terrible mistake this.
That's tackle number 1. Munster.
Held.
Crash tackle. And there is the second tackle. Coates. He breaks straight through the defence. Stretches his legs. Here's trouble. Eventually tackled by the defence. Konobiti. He breaks through. He is now all on his own. There it is. Try number 3 for the Melbourne Storm.
Ah, yes. That was a very good try. Great effort, boys.
What a kick.
They needed that. That might just give them the edge they were looking for to carry on with it. It's important they back this up with a good set from the kickoff, Andrew.
Ready for the kick. Centre of halfway. Kicks long. Hughes latches onto that kick.
He's hit up.
Whoops, that's a little too long.
Referee had no choice but to make that call.
His teammates get just a small chance to rest as he kicks for the sideline. Teammates get a breather here as he kicks for touch. And into touch it goes. Back underway with a tap. Pushes past 1.
Held. Let him up.
That's 1.
First tackle.
Look at him wading through the defence.
Held. Get up.
That's the second.
2.
Korobiti gets it away. Latu, cut out ball. Munster, Slater. This could be trouble. They have done it again. Slater is through. All the touch judges have to do on that kick is put up their flags.
New Zealand did a good job to silence the crowd initially, but they'll be frustrated with themselves that they've let the home side get back into this now.
Kicking tee place, centre of halfway. Latches onto that kick. And
He's
down he
out.
goes. Tackle 1 completed.
First tackle.
Slater. Inglis. He breaks through the defence. Now he's in the clear.
2.
Dummy half run here.
Held. Let him go. Let him go.
On
3.
tackle 3. Korobiti is hit in the
Get off
tackle.
him.
Fourth tackle.
4.
Slater. Lolo. Hughes. Collision between 2 big men.
That's 5.
Last tackle coming up. He punts it. Doesn't get the ball on the full.
Held. 1.
Offloads the ball. Wow. Driven back in the tackle.
Held.
That's the second tackle.
2.
Mosley. Offloads the ball. Lomax. Swamping tackle. Third tackle and to play the ball. Burton. Sewer. Gathered in the tackle. That's the fourth.
That's tackle 4.
Hess. Burton.
Held.
That's the
5.
5th tackle. Hess gets a kick in. A heavy
Held.
tackle. That is the 1st tackle. Munster. Good
Held.
two-man tackle there. Ref shouts second tackle. Senses a chance out of dummy half. He's been caught offside.
The referee's got that call spot on.
That ball is over the sideline. Play restarts with a tap. Inglis!
Held. 1.
The opportunity to score still on.
2.
Keeps going. My
Held.
word, that's a good tackle. That is tackle number 3. Lolo. They could have done without that. A drop ball. They had them in a spot of trouble. But a little too eager there, and they've squandered a prime opportunity to put points on the board.
Poor control of the football. Coach will not be happy.
Mitchell. The
First
first tackle. Tedesco.
Held.
Great defence here. Here's a run from dummy half. Forward pass. Critical error right out from their own try line. Look at the fans. They're holding their heads in their hands. Munster breaks through.
Held. Tackle 1. He's held.
Massive hit. Strong
Second
defence
tackle.
here. Inglis. Unbelievable. Another try on the board for the Melbourne Storm, and they are looking very... His kick goes over, 2 points.
Line breaks and missed tackles from both sides are higher than they would have hoped for, and the scoreline proves it.
Goes long. There to field the kick.
Held. Hands away. First tackle.
Lolo! That's taken the wind out of him. That's 2.
2.
Inglis. Slater. Slater! Look out. He's through the line.
Held. Move.
They reach tackle
Third
3.
tackle.
Oh,
Held.
that
Hands
is
away.
strong defence.
4.
They roll forward again. Little dummy half run here. Munster. Slater. Grant. Wow. Here's trouble. Lolo. Latu.
Held. Let him up.
It's tackle 5.
Fifth tackle.
Do they run or kick? Looks to add a point. He can add another point now.
Well struck. Nice 1 point.
Melbourne lead by 1. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Hughes latches onto that kick. Welch. What about that?
Tackle 1.
Fido knocks him off his feet.
Second
On tackle number 2. Welch.
Held.
They will play it on tackle 3. Fido.
Held.
Still a couple of tackles left here.
4.
Hughes fires out a torpedo pass. Munster. Good play. Getting it away. Inglis. Straight into open space. Coates. Inglis. He's out into open space. A try on home soil.
The Kiwis will be very disappointed with themselves in letting...
this bloke's style. The goal is there.
Sure, it might be entertaining, but this scoreline tells me that there is a lot of defensive work to be done from both sides.
The Storm lead by 7 here. Goes long. There to field the kick. Coates. Great strength. Great fend.
He's held. Off him now. First tackle.
Slater. Munster. Lolo. Latu. Now there's daylight in front of him. Beats a tackle.
Clear him now.
Hines.
The final
Held on
warning.
too long
Next time
there.
this happens,
Well,
they'll
you
be
can see
sending
what's going to
someone
happen
off.
here.
Right.
Another penalty and a player will be in the sin bin.
Rightly so. The only way this team is going to learn, and that's with a sin bin.
Let him go.
Hughes restarts the play with a tap on tackle number 1. Barreled over there. That's tackle number 2 right there. Grant runs from acting half. Slater. Coates. Big gap in the defence. Wow, he's through the line. Wow, what a run. That's the third.
free.
Coates. Munster. Slater. Inside the danger zone. Maintaining their advantage in attack. Latu keeps going.
Held.
Referee signifies 5th tackle. That's what they call a bullet pass. Slater will test them on the ground with a grubber kick. Sewer picks up the loose ball. Tackled in his own in goal. Another set of 6 to come. What pressure. Latu doesn't make it to that ball on the fall.
One.
Keeps going.
Somebody tackle him.
Held.
Great defence.
Tackle 2.
Nailed where he stands.
That's tackle 3.
Runs into some solid defence. Coates. Inglis. Grant. Munster. Lolo.
Held. Let him go.
Unable to break through.
4.
Hughes. Keeps going. Not far from the line. Have a look at him. Last tackle.
5.
Tries a little kick in behind. No way out. It'll be a line dropout. Latu on the bounce has the ball. Lolo beats a tackle.
Held. Hands away. 1.
Inglis.
Held. 2.
Strong defence. Slater. Coates. Powers through the defence. He puts a kick in behind. He scores wide out when perhaps he could have made it a little closer.
A piece of individual brilliance. He grubbed ahead and pounced on the ball. Try time. As easy as you please.
Yes, sirree. That's another 2 points.
He judged everything perfectly with that kick.
The Melbourne Storm lead by 13 here. There to field the kick. He's in open space. Finally wrapped up just short of the 40-metre line. Inglis! Munster clear through that tackle.
Held.
They will play it. That's the second tackle. Grant darting from dummy half. Crashes past the defence.
Let him go.
Hughes.
Let him go.
That's the third tackle. He breaks through. This could be trouble. Keeps going. The tries are coming thick and fast. Robs in with another for Melbourne.
The Storm have scored a very good try here. Nicely executed.
versus.
Hello everyone, it is great to be with you. And welcome to tonight's match between the Melbourne Storm and New Zealand. We're high in the grandstands to watch this one. Andrew Voss with you, and alongside me is Gus Gould.
Oh, Andrew, I'm really looking forward to this one. A big crowd building up, two quality football sides. Now, whenever these sides meet, you can guarantee it'll be played with plenty of passion, and I expect more of the same here.
Places the kick off deep.
Held.
That's one.
One.
Grant! Nice scoop from dummy half. Slater.
Move.
Second tackle up.
Second tackle.
Munster. Inglis. Coates. He's in the clear.
Held.
Collision between two big men.
Three.
That's the third tackle. Grant passes it forward. Cuts out a few of his teammates. Edwards.
He's held.
There's the first tackle. Crichton. Classic
Held.
tackle. Second of 6 tackles there. Gets it away. And the pass has been picked off.
Move.
That's the first.
Tackle one.
Munster. Inglis. Coates. Wow! He's through the line. Stretches out. Here is trouble. Slips the pass. Inglis! Ooh!
Tackle two.
Munster has a look and then runs from dummy half. A sofa Solomona. Latu breaks through the defence. New Zealand on the back foot here. Fido nailed where he stands. The Kiwis are looking a bit wobbly. Welch, Adokar. He puts in the grubber. Tackled in goal, and they should get another set from the dropout.
Perfect kick, and they are now building pressure. That's what you have to do.
Lolo, surprised, he's careful with that bouncing ball. Slater.
Held. Off him now.
Tackle one completed. The stadium shakes after that tackle. Great defence. Hughes, a sofa Solomona.
He's held.
Running into some solid defence. Munster. Inglis. Inglis! Bursting through the lines. Straight into open space. Intercept! That's the first.
One.
Burton. Here's danger. Crichton. Powering his way through the defence. Look at him powering over halfway. The defence can't put him down and the pass is away. Crichton. Slips a pass away. Nice skill. One-handed offload. Held. Called by the ref. Burton. Edwards. The defence is stretched in. Moses. Breaks straight through the defence. He offloads.
Held.
New Zealand attacking strongly. Crichton. One-handed offload. I think he's been practicing that pass. Final tackle. Let's see what they do. Burton. Moses. Keeps it low with a grubber kick. Slater picks up the ball, powering down the field. He is unstoppable. A fabulous try.
They'll be happy to get the first try. Always a good way to settle the nerves.
Conversion is successful. Ready for the kick, centre of halfway. Kicks long. Lolo, there to field the kick. Munster gets defended.
Held. Get up. One.
Latu. A sofa Solomona. Hughes. Consider him shaken and stirred.
That's two.
There's the second. Fido gets it away. Intercepted. Smashed in the tackle.
One.
Batten, Moses, breaking his way through the line. On their own line, they have held him up.
Oh, gee whiz, he should have got that down.
Sends a spiral pass out. Lomax, Creighton. They reach tackle 3. Mitchell, Batten. Oh, it's almost knocked me out of my chair. Melbourne are looking shaky. Puts in the grubber. He scores wide out when perhaps. The touch judges wave the kick away. It's no goal. Back to the centre of halfway. Mitchell gathers it, offloads the ball. Lomax. And the pass has been hijacked.
Oh.
Let's tackle 1.
He's run into a bit of 4v2. Great defence here. Hughes runs from dummy half. Runs into some solid defence. Welch. Inglis. Lolo. Big hit there. Probing for holes, but no way through. Latu. Asofa Solomona. They reach the last tackle of the set. Hughes looks to add 1 to the scoreboard. Captures that ball in goal. We will be off to the 20-metre line. And there's the tap. Sula. Moses. Able to get a one-handed offload. Edwards. A quarter of the game gone. He's all on his own. Finally rounded up.
0 tackle.
Batten. Gets his hands free and offloads. Creighton. A tackle we even felt in the commentary box.
Tackle 1.
Moses. Edwards. Well, that's a nice how do you do.
That's 2.
Moses. And offloads the ball. I like that. He's kept it alive. Shut down in a good tackle. That's the third.
Tackle.
Batten. Edwards. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. Moses wriggles free in the tackle and he's offloaded. That's a sloppy pass, that one. Oh, that is a good pass in the tackle. Referee signifies 5th tackle.
5.
Lomax. Arms are free and there's the offload. Intercept.
The bad passing is stalling their rhythm here. Sort it out, fellas.
He's now all on his own, but they're closing in fast. That try right beneath the black dot.
Wow. Wow. This team has an amazing knack of scoring something from nothing, and this try was certainly no exception. I'm going to remember this try for a long, long time, Andrew.
I don't think that kick was ever going to miss. The Storm lead 12-4 here. Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Lolo latches onto that kick. Munster.
Held.
First tackle there.
Tackle.
Slater just shoves off that tackle. Crashes past the defence. Look out, they're closing in. Finally wrapped up. I thought he was going to go all the way. Coates. He breaks through. He's caught them napping. Big run. They're in again. 2 quick-fire tries back-to-back. And this is big, big trouble. What a half of football for New Zealand.
Another try scored here. They need to get their act together, Andrew.
It's all straightforward there, that goal.
The Storm have been a pleasure to watch tonight. They haven't given their opponents any opportunities. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Melbourne lead 18-4. Goes long. Lolo latches onto that kick. Breaks through.
Held. First tackle.
Hughes. Asafa Solomona just steams past the defence.
Let him go.
That's two.
That's tackle
Red
two.
senses a chance out of acting hard. Fido. And you'll find that's the third tackle. Lolo. Cut out ball. Slater. Inglis. Coates. Coates. Look out. He's through the line. Inglis. Oh, what about that? Melbourne are looking dangerous every time they get the ball. Slater. Coates. The punt. He's there to bring the kick back. Toa sets sail for the try line.
Held. That's one.
Blows past the defence. Crichton. Edwards. Moses. Edwards. Play continues after the offload. Two in the tackle and they get him to ground.
Tackle.
Burton. And the pass has been picked off. Asafa Solomona. Hughes. Defence zeroes in. It's a big tackle.
First tackle.
Keeps going. He breaks through the defence. Turns it on. He's got pace.
Held. Move. Two.
Lolo. Munster.
Held. Move.
Halfway through the count.
Three.
Inglis. Coates. Beats a tackle. Coates. Breaks through the line. The Melbourne Storm have gone over. This could be a try rewarded right here. Try is the call. Radar like with that kick.
Their fans will be very pleased with what they're seeing here. Very, very pleased.
The Melbourne Storm lead 24-14 here. Latches onto that kick.
Held. One.
Has a look and passes long. Latu. I like that. He's kept it alive. He's out into open space.
He's held. Get off him.
They're looking dangerous here.
Held.
Halfway through this set. Latu. Slater. Inglis. Powering through the defence. Crosses the 20-metre line now. Inglis. New Zealand on the back foot here. Lolo.
Held. Let him up.
Final tackle. Let's see what they do. Munster. Nearly half time. That is the perfect kick to the in goal. They'll get another set of 6.
A great result for the perfectly executed kick and chase.
That's good positional play to take the kick. Lolo. Coates. Slater. Inglis. Still going. Blast through the 30. Romps in another. 2 tries in rapid succession for Melbourne. The Kiwis are looking very ordinary here.
The visitors are struggling to adapt here. Amazing how different they look away from home.
puts it off to the left. The Melbourne Storm lead by 24 here. Kicks long. Lolo there to field the kick. There's the siren for half-time. And the referee says that's all we have time for in the first half. Okay, Gus. First. Half-time is over, and we're underway again. Tedesco there to field the kick. Lomax breaks through. He offloads. Crichton. Tedesco. Look at this man go. That's what the crowd has come to. There's the goal. The Melbourne Storm lead by 18 here. Tedesco has got the free ball. Mitchell.
Held. One.
Crichton. Lomax. Mitchell. Breaks straight through the defence.
Two.
Tedesco. Crichton. Superb tackle.
Tackle
And now
three.
that is the third tackle. Crichton. Slips a pass away. Intercepts.
Hands away. First tackle.
Wriggles free in the tackle and he's offloaded. Fido. Adokar. Tries his luck with a grubber kick. Edwards picks up the ball. Dragged down. That's one. Lomax. Mitchell. Look at this guy brushing through the tackle. And he's through the line. Tedesco. He's caught them napping. With an offload. That has gone into touch.
Oh, ugly pass.
Looks for support here. Munster. Good play that, offloading the ball. Here's trouble. They are looking to spoil his party. Is tackled after making good metres.
One.
Munster.
Held. Let him go. Let him go.
That's
Second
tackle number 2 right there. Hughes. And the pass has been hijacked.
Held. That's tackle one.
Batten. And offloads the ball. Where did that pass come from? Great offload. Keeps it alive. I don't think he's been practicing that pass. That ball has been taken.
Terrible passing from them tonight.
Adokar. First tackle there.
That's one.
Fine support. Barreled over there. Second tackle there.
Held. Off him now.
Running into some solid defence. Nice scoop from dummy half. Grant passes it forward. Spreads it wide. Mitchell. Tedesco. Ball and all tackle.
One.
That is Wally Lewis like that pass. Crichton. Referee says held. Strong defence here. Lomax. Crichton.
Held.
Probing for holes, but no way through. Batten. Moses. Sloppy play. Four-part. Has stripped the ball in the tackle. Round he goes on the 40-metre line. Tackle one completed. Cutting out his teammates. Slater. Munster. Good play. He fends off one. He breaks through. Lolo.
Get up. Two.
Slater. Lot two. Grant slips the pass. And the pass has been picked off. Referee calls held.
First tackle.
Mitchell. Lomax gets his hands free and offloads. That's a sloppy pass, that one. Intercepted. Fido passes it forward. Edwards keeps going. That tackle's knocked Gus off his chair.
One.
Slips a pass away. And the pass has been hijacked.
Let him go.
On tackle one.
One.
Hughes. Cut out ball. Well. Fido. Wow. He's through the line. He's in the clear. Not doing themselves any favours with that kick. Tedesco. A little careful with that bouncing ball. Mitchell. That's a poor pass. Sloppy play. Play continues after the offload. Ref shouts second tackle. Shoves off that tackle. He charges through. Here they come. The defenders closing. Sucked in the defenders and still offloaded. Through and into open space. A try to the visitors.
Two outstanding tries. I've enjoyed both of them.
Pilots that one through the uprights.
It's been an entertaining match, but some of these missed tackles and errors would have any coach pulling his hair out, Andrew.
Ready for the kick, centre of halfway. Tedesco comes away with a loose ball.
He's held.
That's tackle number one.
That's one.
Lomax. Mitchell. Mitchell breaking his way through the line. Sets his sights on the try line. New Zealand are not afraid to throw it around tonight. Mitchell. Lomax. He's passed it to Mr. Nobody and it's gone out.
The intended target for that pass was some bloke in the grandstand, I think.
Inglis! Munster.
Held.
There's tackle one.
First tackle.
Look at this, running from dummy half. Gets it away. The defence can't put him down and the pass is away. Great defence.
Two.
A sofa Solomona. Slater. I like that, he's kept it alive.
He's held. Move.
Wrapped up by some solid defence. Hughes. Fido. Breaks through the defence. It looks like they're closing the gap. Welch. Melbourne are looking dangerous every time they get the ball. Woo! That is a pass, Gus. Coates. Grant. Latu.
Held.
Referee signifies fifth tackle. I don't think he knew where that one went. Intercepted. Well, they were looking dangerous there, but a lapse in concentration and the pressure is off. That's the first. Crichton. Mitchell. Good skill and offload. Not a good pass there. Sewer. Wrapped up on the 30-metre line. And that is tackle number two. Mitchell. Crichton. Terrible ball. Keeps the ball alive.
Third
And you'll
tackle.
find that's the third tackle. That's a long pass. Lomax. Crichton. Tedesco does well to keep it alive. This could be trouble, my friends. Mitchell powering his way through the defence. And the pass has been picked off. Look out. He's caught them napping. Can they get to him? Another try for the stall. And they're looking so strong out there.
Melbourne have gone the distance in
kick for a man of his talent.
The Melbourne Storm are playing some very solid football. Not afraid to chance their arm, and they're finding plenty of space.
Melbourne lead by 18. Latches onto that kick. Lolo. Open pasture, and there's daylight in front of him. Eventually taken to ground.
Let's tackle one.
Munster. Hughes. Chips it. Edwards. There to field the kick. First tackle up.
One.
Lomax. Crichton. Just steams past the defence. Batten.
Two.
Hess. Held is the call from the referee. That's the third. Crichton. Well, who was that for? Mitchell. Offloads the ball. Crichton. Lomax. Stunned by the tackle. Ref says 4.
That's tackle 4.
Moses. Edwards. He's out in open space. This is committed defence. Just one to go in the set. They've caught the defence napping.
Surely the guy needs a rest. Where's he finding all this energy?
Sewer will hand it over. Passes wide. Offloads the ball. Fido. Adokar. Greg.
He's held. Let him go.
There's the first tackle.
First tackle.
Welch. Finding support inside. Wow. Dangerous stuff here. Offloads the ball. Munster. Slater. Inglis. Coates. Grant. Munster. Lolo. Not sure who that one was for. Keeps the ball alive. Stretches out. Here's trouble. He puts a kick in behind. Hughes picks up the football. The Melbourne Storm on the charge. Here's a run from dummy half. Held. Called by the ref. Latu wriggles free in the tackle and he's offloaded. Does well. There's an offload. The defence is looking shaken. Not a good pass there. The ball's been turned over. Held up. 5 metres out. Lolo. Hughes. Hammered in the tackle.
One.
Adokar. More tries at home like that and they'll make him the mayor.
The coach will be disappointed that his team let the home crowd get inside their heads here. Sometimes playing on the road can be tougher than you think.
I don't think you'll be pleased with that. It's no goal.
It's been an entertaining match, but some of these missed tackles and errors would have any coach pulling his hair out, Andrew.
We're the centre of halfway for the kick. And it's a short kick. Grant picks up the ball. Munster shrugs off the tackle. That was easy. That is the first tackle. Cut out ball. Hughes. Welch. Fido. Adokar with an offload. Fido shoves his way through. Powerful stuff. Offloads. They grab some decent metres there. They're having such a strong attacking game here. Munster, a sofa Solomona. They reach tackle 3. Hughes. Welch. Fido. Adokar slips the pass. I don't think he's been practicing that pass. Big gap in the defence. Puts in the grubber. That's commitment, getting to the loose ball.
Grant!
They're painting the town red tonight. It's a dazzling display.
Just what were the defenders doing there? The grubber kick went in and they were just looking at it. No urgency shown, and they have conceded a very soft try.
That's 2 points to the score. And that is it.
I've seen better matches. What do you think, Gus?
The Storm have been very clinical tonight, and their opponents had no answer to this onslaught. A very solid win.
A good win indeed, and we'll have plenty more football coming up next time.